5 signs that someone from the afterlife wants to contact you. When the deceased can't let go. Death is always sad and painful for those who have to stay behind. For the deceased themselves, we should actually be happy. They have made this journey, possibly finally ending a long path of suffering, or even being able to bypass it with a quick death. Those who have found their center spiritually know that death is not the end of our story. It is merely the beginning of a new chapter. The more devout and the more at home we are in a transcendental worldview, the easier it is for us to live with death. In principle, it belongs to us like the air we breathe and the sky we look at every day. But today we would like to draw your attention to another view of dying, and show you that even the deceased are not always happy with their lot. Many people report they are contacted and literally haunted by their loved ones after death. Why this is so, and how you can notice that someone from the afterlife wants to get in touch with you, we will tell you here. 1. Music acts as a universal mediator. The sounds of a song or a mere melody can transport us back to another time in an instant, to a specific place, and to a person's presence, of course. Couples who have shared a song, their song, for years or even decades will always recognize this characteristic cloud of sound wherever they go. If one partner then dies, the music remains as an eternal link. It's no wonder then that we think we recognize a hidden message behind certain songs and melodies. Sometimes these sounds are so persistent and catch up with us again and again that even critical minds can no longer believe in mere coincidences. Music docks in an area of our perception that is directly linked to memories and feelings. To believe in the supernatural here is no mere wishful thinking, but quite obvious. 2. Light flickers, devices fail for a short time. This phenomenon is most often associated with the presence of spirits or souls. Everything about us humans is energy or matter. It does not disappear simply because we pass to another plane or walk between worlds. Therefore, even from a purely physical point of view, an energy field that forms the soul of a deceased person can cause an imbalance in the power supply of any household. The flickering of lamps and streetlights is as much a part of this as the static of the radio or television, or the failure of several appliances at the same time. 3. You feel loved. Those who have lost someone close to them miss their closeness and encouragement the most. Some souls can manifest themselves in the world of the living in such a way that they can physically feel their presence. Someone suddenly embraces us, although there is no one in the room except us. Or we feel a hand on our shoulder, which strengthens our back and suggests to us completely without words, everything will be all right. This category of psychic contacts also includes a cloud of emotions that suddenly seems to envelop us. We do not miss this person then, but know intuitively that he is close to us. Many relatives also report that they imagine their dearly departed sitting at the table with them every time they are spoken about. 4. A unique smell reminds you. Smells and fragrances are like music. In a fraction of an instant, they trigger our memories and set off a veritable wave of emotions within us. Every person exudes a characteristic smell. Freshly washed laundry, perfume, or aftershave are the most common. but the scent of freshly baked bread or cake, or even something as mundane as motor oil and gasoline, can symbolize a person's presence to us in an instant. If you notice such scent invasions every now and then, perhaps it is not only memories that want to attract your attention. Souls from the beyond like to use this trick to not be forgotten. If this flashback makes you sad, then think not of your loss, but of the beautiful time together. Many people are spared a lot of suffering and grief by being allowed to start their last journey. Reminiscing with their bereaved now and then is their way of still keeping an eye on them even from the shadow world. 5. You meet this person in your dreams. If there is a universal exchange platform or a playground for the subconscious that deserves this name, then it is our dream world. There, all thoughts and feelings meet that we've had to repress or suppress during the day. Many souls use this portal to get in touch with their loved ones. It doesn't have to be a bad sign if you see one of your ancestors or another soul in your dream who has already crossed the Styx. Pay attention to how you feel the next morning after you wake up. Most of the time, deceased spirits only want to encourage and strengthen us in what makes our life in this world special. Only rarely do they come with a warning in their luggage. But then, we should remain vigilant, and especially look very carefully at new acquaintances. No need to worry. When you get a visit from the other world, it's actually a good thing. You might be irritated at first, but that's only because humans like to know all the forms of existence and aggregate states of our soul in their ancestral places. In our logic, the deceased belong to the afterlife, or at best to heaven, but not to our home. In addition, in our heads is the false image of an evil house or even poltergeist, which wants to terrorize us and drive us into madness. If a soul reaches out its hand to you, then grab it calmly. Nothing bad will happen, on the contrary. The universe wants to tell you in this way that death is never the end. As long as we keep people in loving memory. Only those who are forgotten are really dead.